I know you've done an awful lot of research over the years, and I was wondering if you'd come across anything that might be in line with something the Nine have recently told me. They tell me that certain foods have been deliberately tampered with, or had certain chemicals added, in order to shut down our development, evolution and ascension. What are your feelings on this?
Well, I don't want to be labelled a conspiracy theorist, but definitely yes. But seriously though, I think the evidence speaks for itself. I mean, if you look into certainly the aspartame, which was banned by the FDA originally, and Donald Rumsfeld, because he owns shares in the company that provides aspartame, I think it's NutraSweet or one of those, they're definitely out to make money, but my personal belief is that they're also out to keep us unhealthy. The big pharmaceutical companies will definitely promote or pay advertising companies to promote sugar and genetically modified products, and Monsanto is another big one. You just have to research Monsanto. High fructose corn syrup, although we don't have it much in the UK, it's a big thing over in America, and it's causing diabetes and obesity and all sorts. Monosodium glutamate is another one. Fluoride in the water. I think this is all. So there definitely seems to be an agenda, and if you do the research, there's definitely a lot of evidence out there to support that the powers that be, whether you want to call it government or they definitely want to stop us from evolving. They want to keep us docile, dumbed down slaves, to be honest, slaves that will be easily manipulated and controlled.
With the research you have done on nutrition, can you possibly give me a rough idea of the foods that you believe are the ones to avoid? The ones that have been deliberately created to shut us down and block our ascension? And also, could you give me an idea of the foods to eat that will aid in our awakening?
Yeah, well, I think we've covered a lot of it. Is basically your junk foods, your McDonald's, your Burger King, Taco Bell, whatever, anything that's got a packet around it, to be honest. If it hasn't got a packet, then it's fresh fruit and fresh vegetables. Sugar, refined fats, refined flours, your sugary drinks like your Coke and Pepsi, all that kind of thing. And as far as foods to eat, I would recommend to anyone, get yourself a juicer and a blender and just juice apples, cucumber, celery, broccoli, spinach, pineapple, just fresh fruit and vegetables, and get online, find out nice juicing recipes and enjoy it because it's fun.
So how important do you really think it is to eat these living foods?
The whole eating healthy and nutrition is it's just as much as a journey as any spiritual endeavour. You find out new things along the way, and you discard outdated ways of doing things, or outdated ways of eating for new ones. You kind of reach different levels, and I guess it's similar to a spiritual path, really. You may start off in a religion and then find out it's outdated for you and you don't need it anymore, and you move on to the next level. And people move from one to another, and it depends what you need at that particular time in your life, I guess.
Okay, just say I wanted to continue to eat junk foods, processed foods, and have plenty of sugar and salt, and consume all these things designed to work against the ascension and against health. But if I sat in meditation every day and simply decided and visualised that these foods would cause me no harm whatsoever, do you think it's possible I could do this?
Well, I'm not going to say it's not possible, because I try and be an open-minded and believe that anything is actually possible, but I think you'd have to reach a pretty high state of spiritual mastery to be able to do that. Although a spiritual master that high probably wouldn't want to put that kind of stuff in his body to even try it. Let me answer it in this way. If I was to go into meditation and say that this heroin needle that you just put in my vein and it's not going to have any effect whatsoever, what do you think would happen? I think it would affect me, and I think it would affect most people. So any chemical is going to affect another chemical, and your body's made up of chemicals, and the food you eat is made up of chemicals, and it has a certain reaction, a chemical reaction. It's going to happen. I mean, but people handle things in different ways. Some people can handle, some people are lactose intolerant. Some people can handle milk for years before it may start having detrimental effects. So I think it may work for a certain amount of time, but your body will end up giving you a bit of a nudge. People that say that, I'm eating 17 pizzas a day and have a McDonald's every day and it's not affecting me, and then you look at them, they might be a bit overweight. You know what I mean? If it's making you overweight or making you can always see an effect that these things are having on people. But to answer the question, if you're going to sit in meditation and say these foods aren't going to cause me any harm whatsoever, wouldn't it be better to sit in meditation and say you're going to have vibrant health and wonderful opportunities, and give yourself the best chance for any of this becoming true? Wouldn't it be better to feed your body with the health and vital nutrients that were put on this earth, that are in abundance, they grow, and they're natural for the human body? We're the only animals on the planet that actually cook food. You don't see gorillas cooking with a barbecue, stuff like that. So it kind of makes you think, is it even natural to cook food? My personal conclusion so far in my journey of nutrition and finding out about healthy eating and what the body needs, my conclusion is that anything that grows naturally, that isn't manufactured, that isn't made in a factory or a lab, if it's grown and nature has grown it and the sun has given it life, then those are the things that we should be eating, and those are the things that were put on this planet to nourish human bodies and animal bodies. I think the human species have got a bit confused along the way.
Thank you very much, Kroaky, for an excellent interview.
Thank you very much for inviting me on the show, and thank you, all you listeners that have been listening to me waffle on about my latest eating. Oh, did I say waffle? Oh no, I don't eat those anymore. But yeah, thanks very much for listening, and I'll hopefully be on a future show.
Thank you all for listening to Magenta Magik today. This is Magenta Pixie, and this concludes my interview with Kroaky.